Alright, we're streaming. We're live. I'm gonna show you some tips for just some of... Alright, we're streaming. We're live. I almost forgot to unmute my mic. So, I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks just because I want to, in case you guys ever want to get into this game and try and learn the characters and the mechanics of the game. We're just gonna do that. So, first character I'm gonna do is Cassandra. I would say I'm intermediate with her. And we'll just do Grow. Grow's kind of the all-arounder. Good character to go up against. Same with Geralt. Geralt's a good all-arounder too in this game. Oh gosh! I don't think this game could run it in 4K. I was hoping I could. Basically, what you want to do with Cassandra is use these moves. You want to try and grapple as often as you can. Oh. Oof. I do have it on maximum scaling options, so... and this is in 4K, so... try and get in there the best you can. You want to use your break attacks as much as you can without giving yourself a huge window of opening. But Cassandra's a very aggressive character. Down triangle square will give you the opportunity to use this. Ooh, I did do some damage. So you want to try and get those lightning charges as well. And I can go into training. I'm just gonna show a battle, kind of show you what it looks like. And fuck, I got grabbed. I don't know why he's not dodging my moves. Oh, that was good. Yeah, I don't think I can do 200 resolution. It is slowing down. I think that's my computer just saying, this is too much! Even though I have a 5070. Yeah, the GPU's at 99 utilization. Oh, he did a low. Well done. He's going for the lows. You stop him. Oh, I fucked that up. Use your butt. Now. That might not hit. It hit. And if you have lightning, you get the extra bonus damage, which is really nice. Well, that's gonna be game. Boom. I'm gonna have to lower the resolution a bit, because it's slowing down in those animations. But goddamn, this game looks good in 4K. Jeez. Looks so good in 4K. Like, I would be totally fine. I know I keep talking about the 7th one, but I'd be totally fine with these graphics even in the 7th one. I don't think they need to change anything. We'll just do like 1 scaling resolution. We'll do 125. I think that should be more than enough. There we go. Everything's maxed out. Because, yeah, I want smooth gameplay is definitely the goal here. Oh, I forgot to go into training. My bad. Let's go back. Because I do want to show you guys Cassandra's, some of her combos. So, doesn't really matter. We'll just do, who's the one I love to beat up? I love to beat up Xianghua. I have a special, I wouldn't say I hate Xianghua, but she's just too easy in this game. I just don't think she takes a whole lot of brain power. Yeah, and I'm stuck at 60 frames. But, okay, so in this, your combos, I don't know why they don't change this, but it's basically Y, or a triangle, triangle, triangle. It's a very simple combo, but you can do this. Mind you, it can be dodged, so don't rely on it too heavily, because you can just sidestep this. And I will show you what that looks like. So we will have Xianghua just move to the right. As you can see, she can dodge it. Doesn't matter. See? So any vertical attack runs the risk of being dodged just by moving right. So that is the counter to that. So just be wary of that. But if your opponent does decide to do that, you can always do this. I'm pretty sure that is not something they can dodge, but this is why I love the training mode in this game, because you can just be like, oh, let's see if what counters this. No, yeah, so you can counter it with a throw, so that's always good. God damn, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, and then it's down. So when you get the lightning, you kind of want to get those charges, right? And there's a few ways you can get the charges. So one way is hitting with that. You get a lightning charge. Down triangle square or down YX will do that. Will let you use that charge. You can also do back YX or back triangle square. Oh, I guess that doesn't give you a charge. I thought it gave you a charge. I know if you are successful in doing this, you get a charge. So you get a charge there. And then if you do it again, which is just forward kick, you can use it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it's just down triangle square or down YX if you're using an Xbox controller while you're in that grapple mode. So that's a really good move to use. It does, mind you, it does damage you though if you use it like that, as you see. You take a chunk of damage, but you do quite a bit of damage, so it's kind of a give-take. So that's what I like to focus on, is these they're her combos. So some of her basic combos is this going into that. She freaking rolled out of it. That, oh fuck, okay, I'm messing up. That is a combo. So you do Y down, and then move them more, and then you can go for a grab if you want to do that, or you can go in, you can go for a bait and a GI, because a lot of people, when they get hit by that, their main, in my experience, is their main reaction is to just go offensive. They could, and if they block, you're in range for a grab, right? So that's a really good move to get someone in towards you for a grab. I like to do that for very defensive players. But if they're aggressive, I'll GI because you can GI. But note the red bar, right? If you use this move too much, just break attacks in general, you run the risk of getting guard broke. So if you ever have to go on the defensive, you run the risk of getting punished. So just be really careful of doing that. Cassandra is really aggressive. She rewards aggression, but it has to be timed. You can't just be aggressive and expect to win, right? So we'll start over. We're gonna do 1 gauge. You can do no soul gauge, but so some of her combos. One other one I like to do is if I can get in this, I will go for the lightning. Depending on the situation, those are the combos you want to focus on. So triangle, 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 or Y. So one of my combos I like to do is Y into a break attack, and then up triangle circle or up YB into that. If you can hit that, right there is when you want to do it. So if you time it wrong, you will miss your opportunity. So if you do it like that, you'll guaranteed get it. So these are just some really simple combos that you can always utilize with Cassandra. And then, so you already know her projectiles, right? Her down, you lose it, and you don't take, I don't think you take any damage from that if you use it like that. Yeah, no, you do not take any damage from it. But, well, we'll get the lightning back, because that'll give you lightning. And then, of course, you can use the lightning in her ult. I would recommend only utilizing critical edges if you know you can hit. But if you utilize it when you hit, this is what you get. You get Captain America. And you do some pretty good damage. However, if you utilize it without the lightning, this is what you get. You basically miss all that damage and you only get half of it, basically. So you can still use it and you can still get a charge, which is nice, but I would really only recommend using that if you have an opponent that's just really good at countering everything you do. But that's like some of the best tactics I've seen with Cassandra. She also has some auto GIs in her moves. That's a good move. But yeah, she's a very aggressive, really fun character, but that's basically like the basics for her. She does have some advanced moves, which I love that you can just look at it and it will show you like what you can do. Reversal edge attacks. I think they need a revamp of reversal edge personally. I mean, it's not going to happen with this game anymore. This game's not being supported by Konami. No, not Konami. What am I smoking? By Bandai. That's a good move. I wish it would show some combos. But yeah, there's some combos that you can practice. I would recommend practicing those ones. That combo, YYY, into that, into up. Really good combo. And it does good damage. And then her soul charge, you just do YYY and you get this. Boom! And it hits. That should be a stun, so that should hit, I believe. But that's Cassandra in a nutshell, so we will go in and I will teach... Who do I kind of know how to play? I know how to play Ivy, so I will show you some of Ivy's combos. So they did change Ivy a lot from this game, from like 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. And 2, they kind of kept some of her stuff, but regardless, so Ivy has a few stances. She's more of a control character. So one of Ivy's biggest advantages at start, neutral start, she has a way to hit. Right there, down X square, or down A, I think is the Xbox controller, AX. Right? So you immediately have a way to hit someone. Now, mind you, you get pushed away, so now you don't have range. But that's kind of what you want with Ivy, because anyone... And then how do I put it? Most characters have at least mid-range to this much. Ivy has quite a bit of range. Her range is her biggest strength. So you kind of want to always stay in that range if you can. I'm just going to have Xianghua kind of just attack me in normal. Let's go on hard. As you can see, I missed my range. But if doing back square or back X is a good way to defend yourself. That's a good way to counter. If they try and sidestep you, this move will stop them in their tracks. So to show you that, so just a back. If you're moving back, right, while your character is moving back and you hit X or square, Ivy will do that move, and that is a kind of a stun. I'm pretty sure that is a 8-way run counter, and let me just make sure because I don't want to give you bad info. But yes, it is an 8-way run counter, and as well as forward square is an 8-way run counter. You have to hold it though. So do it at the same time. Forward and square or forward X is a counter. That is a counter. Ivy's really good at countering people who use the 8-way run system. So that is a counter. That is a counter. And that is a counter. How you get into snake stance is really easy. Like, they made Ivy's basic moves really simple to do. It's just back like that. Just back and square or X, and then back square again to do a low grab. You can also, while you're in this stance, do forward square or forward X and do that. You can also do a feint, that into that. So there's a lot of ways that you can mess with Ivy's things, and an opponent that doesn't know how to handle that is always going to be a disadvantage. Because sure, they can low guard this, but if they low guard, they're gonna. I think a low guard is a pretty good safe bet for most. So let's have Xianghua low guard, and we'll do those because I'm curious. So let's have you crouch, crouching guard all. See, so that'll block. That'll miss because she's not in the range. Yeah, so it won't work. So a low guard is a really good counter to Ivy's snake stance. So it's like, she's not broke, you know. And another thing you can also do, we will take her out of low guard and just have her stand. In this stance, you can also quickly go into your critical edge. You immediately go into critical edge, because without the stance, this is how slow you are. You have to turn, which that's like an extra half a second. Right? So you have to be completely in the stance, see? Boom. Immediately. Yes, you get a GI, but you still have to hit that GI at the right opportunity. If you don't, you get knocked out of it. So I normally, when I'm playing Ivy, I'm going to kind of play footsies with my opponent. You know, I'm going to go back and forth. That is another combo you can do. So if you sidestep an opponent's move, it is sidestep triangle, up, square, up, triangle, circle. But you have to time it. So I've just gotten so good at that I can do it without having to worry. But it takes practice. That's a good combo too. That's a good punish combo. And then that also puts you in range to do a she has one grab which is down X square, but it's down forward X square. That's an extra range that moves your opponent towards you. That's what I do. And it's really good to get your opponent back in your grip. So as you can see, Ivy just has a ton of ways to keep your opponent at bay, to basically control the battlefield. And if your opponent doesn't know how to like defend against Ivy, you will dominate a match. And let's just go against Xianghua. So I did a low into that. She didn't low guard. Didn't low guard. Forward square, forward triangle circle. Oh, she got me, but that's okay. Oh, that was a good counter because I went for the move. You know, your weakness is gonna be if you mess up. Which, this is totally fair. I fucked up, so I'm getting punished. But that's okay, you go on the defensive. And we do it again. She's so evil. But just focus on this. Focus on being unpredictable. If you get hit, okay, that's fine. Take the combo. Take the combo. That's fine. I'm gonna take the combo. Yes, you could argue this AI is on hard. We'll throw it on very hard. Boom. That's good damage. Oh, low guarded. Well done. See now, they're getting past me, but I'm since I am not just giving them everything, I'm knowing when to defend and when to attack. The snake stance takes time to get into, so you want to make sure you have enough room. Like this is enough room where most opponents cannot respond to you, right? Or when they're down. Oh, that sucks. I got hit. But as you can see, I'm controlling the battlefield, and this AI is stopping me. I'm not completely bullshit. You know? There are ways to stop Ivy, so you're not completely invincible. Let's do it again, see what happens. But Ivy's really awesome like that. Ah, fuck. Big weakness there, but another bait you can do is that, but she knew it, she saw it. God damn it, Xianghua! This is why I hate you! Xianghua's got so many good combos. But again, it's just a case of taking that combo. Oh my god. Sometimes you gotta, this is how you gotta train. This is why I hate Xianghua. Alright, we get it. She dodged me. That was good. Probably Soul Charge is going to be my best bet in this case. Ugh. I'm surprised she's not doing an 8-way run for what I'm doing. See, that's the risk of using the snake stance, unfortunately, is you can get punished. God damn it! Oh, I fucked that up. But yeah, that's basically Ivy for you in a nutshell, so... But, if you don't know how to handle that, Ivy's a pretty advanced character. She's fun, but she is a very advanced character. I'll go do Siegfried next. Siegfried's a pretty easy one, but he's also difficult. Because he has different stances, right? So he's got his neutral stance, which you can do that, which is just forward square or forward X. That's a good, safe move. Because it's so easy to pull off. But if you do that and hold it down, he will go into a open stance. Right? But based off of what he does, he will switch his thing. So one of the things I like to do is I'll do that, and then I'll go back triangle square into either a kick or into this. Really good combo there. So it's just back triangle square, back triangle triangle, a whole bunch. So if you can knock them into that, that's good. Or just do that. If they try an 8-way run, that's a good combo. Backing up and doing that's a really good one. Or just doing that is a really good one. Back up, back, triangle into kick is a really good one. That's a lot of people do to continue a combo. That's a good one just because it puts you in a really good position. Siegfried's a defensive character for sure, so you want to play him defensively. If a character is going to be super aggressive, you want to start using your kicks and your punches and just ways to keep your opponent away. So to see that kind of in a fight is going to be like this. Xianghua is really aggressive, right? Xianghua's a little too close for comfort. So... See how I'm keeping away? Oh, I missed. Stupid reversal edge. Kicks are always a pretty good option, but, you know, again, reversal edge kind of... Nice, that was a good... But as you can see, Siegfried's really good at breaking through defenses. That should be a horizontal. What? That should be a horizontal. But I only know basic shit about Siegfried. I wasn't able to do my critical because of my stance. I was in negative frames, that sucks. That's one of the big reasons why I think Xianghua's a little crazy, is she just has so much positive frames in her moves. That's why I like beating up on her. I kind of have to... Screw you. I have to basically watch what she does, and she does have openings, but they're so small. But that's Siegfried. I don't play Siegfried religiously, but I know his basic combos. Same with the Sophitia. She's got some good basic combos. So one of the ones I like to do, I think it's while you're doing triangle, square, circle. Let me see. Yeah, that's a good combo right there if you can counter. Boom. Right there, that's really good. If you're not comboing, like if you're just trying to go back and forth, down triangle is really good if you can get that in. Also, forward circle, she'll do a nutchuck, which is hilarious because it's a stun into a hit. Sophitia's a really good beginner-friendly character. She has a lot of ways to get in there. And how that looks in like a real battle. This is why I hate Zhonghua, because she has so much fucking bullshit moves. Not even I can do half the shit Zhonghua does. Sophitia kind of plays herself though as well. Ooh, face sitting. Nice. Oh, I messed up. But probably the best way to just counter Zhonghua is to watch what she does. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I thought she was gonna capitalize on that. She totally could have. I think I fucked that up. Ah, I fucked that up! You can do it, it's just really hard. I would say Sophitia's really good at a mid-range combat. And there are a lot of... Yeah. But just doing like triangle, triangle, triangle is really easy. Square. Down, triangle. Even if you don't hit with the first, you could still do something, which is really nice. Reversal edge. Oh, fuck! Oh, GI'd! What? But yeah, Sophia is a really good beginner character. I really like her. Really easy to play. Really fun. You know, that's just basically what you want to do. Is her basic combos are just square, 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 triangle, triangle, triangle. Really easy to get in there and counter if you can time things right. I don't really play Zhonghua tons. Can't tell you a whole lot of her combos. We're gonna do Raph. I do know a bit about Raph. So Raph is not a really stance-based character. He's more about, how do I put it? He's more about feinting and deception. So back, triangle, circle, right? That one. Or just triangle, circle. These are his feints. You have to time them and you have to know what moves do what. So we're going to have Zhonghua just do a basic attack. I can't remember what does what. It's a good thing there's no, okay, so I don't think you can counter that one, so maybe it's just verticals. But that's what your feints do, essentially. And then that lets you get in there and do your combos. You can also use GIs to your advantage. That's more like it! What? I would recommend getting used to GIs because not all of his moves are going to work. Yeah, but that's just so apparently that's his verse. He should have a horizontal one. I'm pretty sure he does. Oh yeah, there it is. So if you can get it though, that's the thing, is getting it. But when you get it, it's so satisfying. Oh, I fucked up. See, like that. There we go. Ah! I'm gonna... But that's what makes Raph really cool, is his feints. So if you can master those, you can do a lot of cool shit with Raph. And it lets you get your combos in like that, you know. So I think Raph's in a really good spot. But just to see kind of what it's like, sometimes you're not going to always be able to get that off, right? But that's a good punish I like to do for people who are reversal edge happy. Also, another one is triangle, 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 back, triangle. You can also do triangle, 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 back, square to do that. Triangle, triangle, back, kick. So he has a lot of options to kind of keep people guessing. So, Raph's a really cool style because he's all really about speed and deception. Bam! Then down, down. Down, down, triangle, square. You have to be soul charged for that to work, but it's down, triangle, square will let you do that. But I would argue probably the best thing you should be focusing on if you are a new player is learning what you can dodge and what you can counter. Because half the game is just knowing what you can dodge. So learn your combos, right? So square, square, back. Ah, fuck that up. Let's do a kick, see what happens. So triangle, triangle, back. Boom. Also, I fucked that up. Triangle, triangle. Triangle, triangle, back. Hit. You can also go do that into a GI. Keep the pressure on your opponent. That is also another thing you can do if they decide to GI is use your brakes. Keep the pressure. And then go for a critical edge because you guard broke. It will hit every time. Unless you're too slow. But that is how you want to play Raph is poke. Poke a little bit. Don't commit. Wait for an opening. So I'll tell you when I see an opening and I'm gonna go to it. So I don't have an opening yet. Not yet. I shouldn't have attacked. Not yet. Okay, now I have an opening. I fucked it up. Okay, I have an opening. Now I'm gonna use my soul charge to capitalize on that opening. Boom. Down. No, that's not what I wanted to do! That. Bam. Go for that. Into. Even that move, if you don't hit, is still really good because it lets you... go for a low. Fencing, his style is all about deception. If you can deceive your opponent, you're gonna be great with Raph. Right? Oh, I made you think I was falling for it. I really wasn't. Oh, okay. Time for the soul charge because you're taking the momentum of the battle. I don't want to constantly rely on that move. But soul charge in this game is basically your combo extenders. Kind of how it's always been in the originals, is you use soul charge to keep your combos going, but you had basic combos. Right? But I'd argue Raph is the easier style versus Amy's. Amy's is a lot more advanced. That's still a good move to get out of a situation too. That's fine. See, there's another thing. Also, forward triangle, that's a good move to do. Keep your opponent from doing anything. That's a good combo. I do that move a lot. That. It's like, these are just really good combos to do with Raph. He's got a really good kit, you just have to know how to utilize it. But yeah, let's move on. Just gonna get some quick tips, and then I don't think I did the actual button inputs. So we'll just do stand, just so she's not attacking or running anything. So some of your basic ones is just triangle, triangle, right? There's your basic. After the third hit, 1, 2, 3, move back, and that lets you do a GI. And then after you see that, you can either hit triangle, right? So you see him move back, hit triangle. So triangle, triangle, back. But you have to be quick, right? So triangle, 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 back. Ah, fuck, I messed up. Triangle, triangle, triangle. Oh, it's 2. Triangle, triangle, back. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, back. So the moment you see that third hit, hit back a whole bunch. Yeah, and then you'll do a GI. So if they try and retaliate, that lets you go into a counter. Most of the time it doesn't work, in my experience. Right, but you do 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, back. Oh, I fucked it up. 1, 2, 3, back. Square. 1, 2, 3, back. Circle. 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, back. Triangle. That's the one I do a lot of, and it's these are like feint moves, because you could do that, or you could do this. Fuck. You know, and move back. It's all about that footwork, baby. So, and then back triangle, circle, or back YB. We'll let you do that. So that's back YB. That's what you want to do, is you have to hear him say, come on. You want to see that. The moment you see that, you can either hit kick, which is circle. Oh, fucked up. Which does that. You can hit triangle, if I can get him to do it, which is that. Or you can hit square, which is that. Simple moves, but effective, especially if you know how to use those feints. I generally go for triangle, because even if you fuck it up, you can get in there and move forward and get your distance in. Because this game isn't just about combos. It's also about knowing your distance, which a lot of fighters do that. That's fair. But it's also utilizing the 8-way run system, knowing what you can dodge and what you can't dodge. But a general rule of thumb and a general all-around tip is 8-way runs can always dodge any of these moves, any vertical moves, right? So it will always dodge these moves. So you can always dodge triangle or Y moves if you're playing on an Xbox. But yeah, that's basically Raph in a nutshell. That's how I like to play him, is using his feints, and that's some of his better combos are in his feints. So if you can master his feints and know when you can feint and when you can't, you can pull off some insane crap with him. Tira. I used to play Tira like a religion. Tira, you're either gonna love Tira or hate her. I personally think she's a really cool character. She always had a jolly gloomy ever since the 4th game, if I'm not mistaken. And they've kind of leaned into it from 4 or 5 and now this one. But now, as you can see, you have a counter on the corner of Tira. So that mask means she's jolly. So Jolly gives her a few different moves. Jolly is generally your ranged move set. So you have good range up to, I'd argue, here. Here or here. Tira's not really a long-range distance fighter. She's kind of a mid to close range. So your range is always going to be probably right about here. So you should be able to do some stuff like that. That move, now I'm in gloomy mode, right? So I did that move and that put me in gloomy. So let's start again. This move is not guaranteed to put you in gloomy, but it has a high chance to do it. So to do this move, it's just back, triangle, 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 or back, Y, Y, Y. So back, Y, 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 triangle, triangle. See, it didn't put me in gloomy. It's not guaranteed. I'd argue it's probably a 50-50 chance, right? 50-50, so I got put in gloomy. So if you got put in gloomy, yay. Now you have a different range. So now when you're in gloomy, you can still do that same move, but now your range is significantly disaffected, right? You don't have this range, you have this range. So the good rule of thumb is with Gloomy, you want to be close to your opponent, because I'd argue 80 to 90% of your combos in Gloomy form are up close. So that's a good combo. And it's just the same input. Back triangle, 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 or back Y, Y, Y. Boom! And then I move forward and hit that. And that immediately puts you, that is a guaranteed Jolly. You will immediately get thrown into Jolly when you do that move. Which, depending on the situation, is a good thing, because now you have range again. So now you can go back like that, or you can use that move, which is a counter to 8-way run. I like to poke with back kick, or back circle. I'm trying to remember the mapping for the controller, so sorry if I suck at explaining. Back circle or back B. This is, again, not a guarantee to get you in Gloomy, it's just a chance. I would argue this one's probably a 25% chance, but we can do our own math here. But if you're ever in Gloomy, a good combo here is... Oh wait, you have to be Gloomy Coda, I'm sorry, I lied. A good combo here is just this into this, if you can get it off. There is a slight chance that the opponent can retract on that. But you can always do this. I love this move. It's quick, it's easy, it hits. It's a quick recovery too. So I love doing that move. And if I ever want to get out of Gloomy, I'm just going to do forward triangle square or just forward YX, which is, again, that move. And I know it will immediately put me into Jolly. This move, her up BK or up Y circle or YB, I would use this sparingly because it's so easy to counter. But one of the cool things about it is it can put you into situations such as this. If your back is faced towards an opponent, Tira has a way to do a mini combo, which is just triangle circle or YB, which is just this. Just press it at the same time and then you get into that. So Tira has a lot of cool combos, but I think she's it's hard to play her because you have to know, and I've done this. I've been in Jolly, and I'm like kicking ass, and then I go into Gloomy without realizing it. I'm like, wait, where's my range? And I'm like, ah, crap, I'm in Gloomy, and that can really set you back, especially if you're not paying attention. So I really wouldn't recommend Tira if you're the type of player that doesn't want to micromanage, because you are going to have to micromanage consistently with Tira. Tira has a ton of good combos in your Soul Charge form. So, for example, we're going to Soul Charge, back R2, or back left trigger. Just some of her neutrals, triangle, 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 will go into a... That move will damage your opponent, but also heal you. It's not a lot of healing. While you're running, you can do this move, and that's another combo with Tira, but use that sparingly. I would recommend just using this move. The triangle, triangle, triangle move is probably your best bet when you're just going to do Tira Soul Charge. You don't get that when you are, not Soul Charge. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But some of the most rewarding things with Tira is if you can hit Gloomy Coda. So these charges here, your Gloomy Jolly, it keeps track of how often you change. And I think if you hit 5 or 6, you go into Gloomy Coda, which I'm going to just show you if I can. This move is a 50-50, so it's more likely I'll go into that. So that move, this move will put you in a Jolly. This isn't always a guaranteed, this is just the quickest way I know how. Okay, right, now I'm Gloomy. Now we're going to go to Jolly. We're going to try going into Gloomy again. Your ultimate goal is to consistently do this while fighting your opponent. You want to utilize Jolly and Gloomy consistently. I'm pretty sure it's 6 times. Oh, I didn't go into... There we go. Okay, now I think you'll go into Gloomy Coda after this. I wish I knew how to do it, like, consistently. Come on. 7? 8? Oh, is it 10? They need to make that 6. That's retarded. It might be 10. But I mean, you keep the charges, so it's not like Wong where if you win the round no, not Wong. It's not like Hilda where if you win the round you lose your charges, right? You keep your charges. So this is over a 3-round match. I'm just trying to get into Gloomy Coda for you because there's no way you can do it. Okay, so it's 8 charges. So this is Gloomy Coda. And the advantage of being in Gloomy Coda for Tira is now you have all of your soul charge abilities without being in soul charge. So for example, just hit triangle a bunch. That move you normally would only be able to use if you were in soul charge. However, you go back to square one if you use that move. So it's not insanely broke. But for example, I'm not in Gloomy Coda. Well, now I'm in Gloomy Coda. So every time you go back into Gloomy, you're in Gloomy Coda. So this, and another move that I like to do, this is available whether in Gloomy Coda or not. You soul charge, grab, one of my favorite moves. It's a fun move to do, and it does a lot of damage. It used to do way more, but they did nerf it, because a lot of people were just abusing it. But that's what makes Tira really freaking awesome. And another combo I like to do, let's see if I can do it. Oh, I fucked it up. Okay, another combo, this is just a basic one. Boom, back. Hit. That will throw you into Gloomy Coda. I don't think it's guaranteed, but there are combos that reward you and put you into Tira's Gloomy Coda. And, you know how I showed you that? You can still do the same thing. And you don't have to be in Soul Charge. So, you basically get a free Soul Charge move when you go into Tira's Gloomy Coda. Which is pretty crazy. Tira is pretty powerful. But she's also really, really advanced. But she has a ton of really good moves. And I really like what they did with her. Here's another one I like to do. That move. Into that. Really, really powerful character. And yes, taunting will throw you into different... Oh, I guess taunting is one way you could do it. Yeah. So I think that even works in a real match. If you successfully taunt, you immediately switch. But I wouldn't rely on that because any player in the SoulCal community knows that and they're going to prevent you. The other thing that's really nice about Gloomy is you get extra damage. So if you hit with Gloomy and Critical Edge, you get this. I like doing that move, the Surf. You have to be a specific distance, I believe, for that to connect. I can't remember exact. Or, yeah. So that's a really cool move. But Tira, in my opinion, is really, really good. But you have to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to get your ass clapped. And if you don't like micromanaging, you're going to have a hard time with Tira. Because she is a very micromanagey character. But she has a lot of really cool combos and a lot of really good, you know. Oh, and another combo I forgot to show you is not just that move and going into that, but you do have a back. So this move that this move I was showing you, that one, you can do back triangle, back. Oh my gosh, back triangle, square triangle. So that's what that looks like. So you can mess with people with it. That's a really big, it's only available in Jolly. But that's a really good move if you can get people, if you can get someone caught into that, because you can also go into a kick. And that can set you up for a combo down here. Oh, I fucked that up. If you hit like that, she throws her hoop in the air. It's really cool. She also has a taunt, so if people are being too aggressive and just doing these moves, she will go into the grab. Tira has a ton of options to answer for aggression. Oops, I fucked that up. Continue action 1. We want Zhongguo to just attack like a normal person, right? So the scenario is you just blocked. Oh, you're gonna attack me? Screw you, you know. She is a really fun character, but obviously they did nerf that, which is fair because, you know, you don't want to just, oh look, just abuse it. So it has been nerfed, but it is a cool move you can do. And then there is that way too. You can GI and it's not a guarantee, but it can put you into Gloomy. But if you're that close, I generally recommend just soul charging. Oh, I fucked that up. That's how I use her soul charge. But yeah, Tira is a very fun character. If you like that kind of characters where you do have options, but you're limited depending on like what stance, it's basically a stance, right? I mean, if you really think about it, Gloomy and Jolly are just basically stances. So you just can't control when you go into those stances, and I think that's what makes Tira a really unique character and a really fun one, is her, just the unpredictability. But that's the theme of Tira, she's kind of like a little loopy. She's a little loopy, but we love her. But yeah, that's like the general basics of Tira, is those combos, and if you can master those combos, you can do some crazy good stuff with Tira. She has ways to counter people, but the big reason why she never really gets picked is she doesn't have ranged options. She doesn't have a lot of ways to get in there, unfortunately. But she is a really cool character. I really like Tira. I do know a bit of Zos, but I feel like I'm not like good enough with Zos to really teach. Same with Grow. But so next is Amy. I'm gonna show Amy to you guys. So Amy is a lot like Raph, but isn't like Raph. So let me go back to making her normal. She has a lot of the same play. She has some of the same moves that Raph has. Like that, I think, was one of Raph's old moves. But what Amy does differently than Raph, she has the rose system. So she has red roses and white roses. And every move she does has a chance to throw a rose. So for example, my way I like to get my roses off, I don't like to throw like this. It's just too obvious for most players. I will usually, you want to counter. So if your opponent goes for a vertical, right, you dodge and go back triangle into a rose. I just got a rose off that way. You can also do that if you know your distance. So you can go boom, boom, and then go like that. And if your opponent's stupid, you can get a rose off like that. Another way I like to get roses off is I will counter kick. That's an immediate white rose. It's really easy to do. That's also another combo for white rose. So when Amy gets 4 roses, she gets more combos. They call them perception, quote unquote. But what you get with Amy's 4 white roses is, fuck, what was it? Oh yeah, it's back. You only get that, so when you see the petals, that's the move you get when you actually get the full thing. So you kind of have to earn Amy's combos, but Amy has a lot of crazy good ways to get those combos. So I'm just going to do her on normal but attacked and kind of show you. Amy rewards players for... Amy rewards people who are good at finding openings. And Amy's really quick. So that gives her a huge advantage too. She's a lot faster than Raph, but the downside of Amy is she does not have the range. Fuck! But sometimes what you have to do is Soul Charge. Soul Charge is a big... There's a rose. Oh, I fucked that up. Damn it! She didn't let me get my rose off. There's another rose. Okay, I just got my 4th rose, so here's a move you can do with Amy. That one, into that. That's a really good combo. Into a kick. Into, there's my 4th rose. Now I have my combos at my disposal. This is where you become lethal with Amy. And then hit. Oh, I fucked it up! I could have gotten that. But yes, Amy is lethal. If you can master her combo, she's really freaking good. Boom. And then... oh, I fucked that up. But that's the problem, is earning her roses is kind of what detracts a lot of people from playing her. But you have to wait. You have to be patient. You can't just be aggressive and expect to win with Amy. You need to bait. It's the same concept that Raph's style is based off of. It's just baiting your opponent. Right? Oh, just baited. Got a rose. You're just kind of poking and prodding. You're not going in going, I'm gonna do all the combos. If you want to do all the combos, Amy's not your character. I'd recommend Maxi. Maxi is a very combo-heavy character. And that's fine. If you like combos. I ain't shaming on anyone who likes combos. But there's my 4th rose. Now I have combos at my disposal. Boom. See, and I'm whittling my opponent's defense. I'm trying to get in there. So how you do that is with the red rose, it's just triangle, circle, forward triangle, no, I'm sorry, not triangle, forward triangle, square, right? Triangle, square. I gotta wait until she's done with her stupid combo. Triangle, square, back triangle, forward triangle, into the combo. Boom. That move right there, that is forward triangle, that, right? So forward, just a breaker attack, basically. So it's her break attack, so it's just triangle, square, or YX. And then you do triangle, circle into, God, it's so... You have to have 4 roses to do that, but it's essentially triangle, square, triangle, back, forward, that's a combo. And then there's, shoot. There's square, 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 triangle, 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 that's a combo into that if you can hit. Yeah, Amy is really good. You have to earn her combos, but she does have some good combos. So I would recommend Amy if you like Raph style, but you want a little more depth to your character. Because the difference between Amy and Raph is Raph sure has combos. Amy's combos are definitely more in depth and more like damage dealing. But Raph has some good combos too. But they're very similar, but they're not. And I think that's what makes Amy a really good addition in the game, because in previous entries, she felt a lot like Raph. She didn't feel really unique. She just had a lot of the recycled assets and stuff, and I just think it's really cool what they did with her. But I think what they could have done to kind of make it ease you into it more is you get parts of your combo based off of the roses, right? So if you have one defensive rose, you get a little more of your defensive options, and then so on and so forth. But she's still a really good character in my book. I really like her. But it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. If you don't like having to work to get your combos and doing that, you probably shouldn't play Amy. I would, again, recommend I'd recommend Raphael. I'd recommend Maxi. Jeez, I cannot think today. Maxi's really just the combo guy. And all about the mix-up game. So some of Maxi's combos that I like is just square, square, triangle. That's a good one. And then you go into a triangle hit. So when you do a 3-button, he'll go into that stance. If you keep pressing the buttons, he'll keep doing different moves. That's what makes Maxi really lethal, is the fact that he's got a lot of options. Yeah, but if you don't know your options, you're gonna have a hard time playing Maxi. But that's basically what you want to do. Maxie's the combo slut. So when you see him do a GI, that's when you want to do another move. So triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle. And then I usually do triangle, circle. That will do a GI if you're lucky. Maxie is an up close and personal character though. So as you can see, he has a lot of different mix-ups. So there was square, square, so vertical, vertical, kick, which is really good. There's also vertical, vertical, I'm sorry, horizontal, horizontal, vertical into a kick. So Maxie has a ton of combo potential. You just have to utilize it properly. But Maxie's weakness for sure is the fact that you kind of need to be right next to your opponent at all times to utilize almost anything he does. He does have some ranged options, but not a ton. Nightmare, we'll do Nightmare. I don't know Maxie too much, it's just the basics. And some of Nightmare's biggest weakness is the fact that he doesn't have a lot of options when you're up close. So some of the things I like to do as Nightmare is I'll do this back kick. Not that, my bad. That move is a really good move. And if you can stab your opponent with that, which is just down triangle X, it gives you your whatever this is, evil aura. But that's a good move you want to use. So if you can get that aura, which is just back punch, your opponent can block that. You can do guard break, which is L1 or just left bumper or just triangle square or YX, doesn't matter. They're the same inputs. If you have that charge, you can do that combo. It's a really easy combo. So that into boom, boom. Even if you don't hit with anything, a few hits is better than no hits. But Nightmare is very much the aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you know. Timed aggression is Nightmare's thing. And how that looks in a fight, and those are just some combos. So I'm just going to do some normal. Didn't block. Let's see if I can go for the down. Oh, I fucked that up. That's okay. You just want to be aggressive. Okay. Reversal edge. That's what I love to do, just slightly dodge. I punish those people that use reversal edge way too much. Nightmare's critical though is I try to avoid that just because it's too easy to counter. I will generally try and utilize my my soul charge over my reversal, my soul charge over my critical edge any time of the day, because you consistently stay in that form. So if you just want to stay aggressive, you can, you know. So there's a move you can do, just constantly being in your opponent's face. Basically, Nightmare is the definition of oppression. You can also be aggressive by moving the button forward and using your auto counters to your advantage. Oh, I fucked that up. That is a move you can do, it's just tricky. So combo here, boom, we're gonna grab that. Oh, I fucked that up. That's okay. GI? Nope. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna... Oh, I fucked that up. That's okay. You want to use your moves... Oh, that was a good GI. I don't like reversal edge. Is she just gonna... Oh, okay. That's fine. If you hold it, it's easy to hit if your opponent's dumb. You can just 8-way run it. That's why I don't care for it. You can just move back and it's... Don't get me wrong, Nightmare's Critical Edge is good. Like, it is a good ult, but it is very situational based. Like, you can't just pop it out like you can with other characters. But to be fair, I mean, look at the damage it does. This is just not being charged. This is just not holding it. Right? Did a little bit of like, that does quite a bit of damage for it not, and now look at it being held. So now we're gonna do hold. This is it being held down. So already about double the damage, right? Just of the base hit. Now, whack! You get a lot of damage off. So to be fair, I think it's totally balanced because sure, it's easy to counter, it's easy to stop because you can GI it if you time it. I've been knocked out of my ult and it fucking sucks. But, you know, but that's why I usually do soul charges with Nightmare. They're safer, you can do a lot more of his combos, you can do that move into that. Oh, I fucked that up. That's what you wanted. Into that, into... You just have a lot more options, you know? And you still keep the charge, so it's just like, it's really good to get that. And honestly, I do like that they did that with Nightmare. I do think the whole auto GI bullshit, as long as you're being forward, so that little red smoke, if your opponent attacks you, you'll just blow through them, which I think is retarded. I do think that's a little bit of a stupid move. I think you should only get that if you've earned it, meaning you're in that soul charge. But how you counter that with Nightmare is you just switch your timing. Because if a Nightmare does that move, you can sidestep it. You can move to the side, move in. How I would counter a Nightmare normally, I mean, let me see, is I try to get as close as I can, because that is where you're gonna have the most options. Because just this, that's like almost a whole second that I have to wind up to hit you. That's a long time, and we'll have Zhang Hua just do an attack. I can't even hit you, see? I can't do shit, but if I'm far enough away, right, I can hit you. That's why that's his weakness. See? Can't hit you, can't hit you. Doesn't matter, I can't even do a kick. I'm too close. It takes me forever to swing that sword. However, I can GI and then do that, right? I can guard impact. But when it comes to speed, you're not winning. Sorry, it's just how it be with Nightmare. You're not gonna win in speed departments. So, if you want to get good with Nightmare, I recommend learning to GI, learning when you can use these combos. Like that. You know. Or just being oppressive with that could work too if someone's literally doing this. But yeah, I mean, it's, Nightmare is powerful, but I wouldn't say he's broke. It's just you have to know how to deal with it. And then you can also, that is a good counter to utilize, and if people are just going to keep doing the same move, you can keep doing that. You know, learn the GIs, learn when you can do that. And this is a perfect environment to do that because every attack has a guard impact. You can guard impact like 90% of the moves in this game. You can't guard impact a break attack. That's a counter to a guard impact. As I will show you right now, just so you know I'm not full of crap. We're just gonna have her guard impact everything. So she GIs that, watch how she can't guard impact that. That's a hard counter. But she can guard impact almost everything else. That is a counter. You cannot GI break attack. So if someone is heavily GIing you, you use your break attacks. So there are options. I think the problem is a lot of people don't know those options. But yeah, you can GI a grab. You can even GI an ult. See, she'll GI me. Oh, wait, you can't GI that? Oh, there you go. So you can't GI a held one, but I think you can GI just a non-held one. Yes, she can GI a non-held one. Okay, well, there you go. I didn't even know that. Good to know. But yeah, that's Nightmare for you in a nutshell. He's a pretty fun character. I think one of the last ones I'm gonna show you guys is Setsuka. Setsuka is hell of advanced. I would only recommend her if you're really good at doing what you do. But I really like Setsuka because she has a lot of really good up-close combos. Oh wait, she's on GI. Dilly. Let's fix that. We don't want you GIing everything. We're just gonna have you stand. One of Setsuka's really cool moves is that the forward triangle kick, forward triangle circle, or BK. If you can time that, you can get in there and do a lot of good damage. But where Setsuka shines is she kind of needs to counter. She's a counter-based character. So the best way I can really show you is just by fighting Zhanghua. So you get rose petals and like the frost stuff based off of whether you counter or you sidestep. Yeah, so that was a counter, so I got... So that is the... Setsuka was really good at just... You gotta know when to barely dodge. Setsuka's really good at that. I'm trying to remember her combos. It's been so long. Let me see if I can remember some of her combos. We're just gonna put her on normal. Oh, okay, so if you run and hit, you can do back. So run, hit, back. That's the input. So it's forward triangle, back up, triangle, square, right, right, triangle, circle. Yeah, so tricky. But that's a good combo I like to utilize with her. Into a hit like that. That's a good combo. That's just a good combo regardless. That's a good combo. That, if you soul charge, you get this, I'll show you. Really cool. And then that stance, I wouldn't really recommend. It's just back, triangle, circle. But you can do that, you can do that, or you can do a kick. Oh, I thought you could do a kick. I guess you can't. But that's a, how do I put it? If you see an opening, you want to utilize this. That's a really good one, because that's a stun. If you hit, stun into that, or stun into that. Wait. Yeah. There's also her kick, which goes into that. So, that's a stun. Oh, I think you can go back into... Ah, damn it! It's just really hard. I was trying to do that, but maybe you can't do that. Yeah, no, you can't do that, unfortunately. Well, some of her best moves are when you're just moving the stick around. So just moving back down right will put her in the sword stance. That. Setsuka's all about knowing when to counter and when to punish. If you love punishing people for making dumb decisions, she's your character. I personally think she's really fun. She lacks power, but she's really freaking fast. Some of the funnest characters, in my opinion, of fighting is Amy and Setsuka, because they're similar speeds. So that's really cool when you see them just go all out. It's really neat. But, yeah, that's one of her combos, is her soul charge into just back triangle. Ah, fuck. Okay, so you can only do it in soul charge. That's a really good move. That's a cool ass combo, but that's not a soul charge move. I love beating up Xianghua. You suck, Xianghua, you're not cool! But I would recommend just getting into that combo of hit. Sometimes it'll be a stun, just make sure you're cautious of that. Into that. That's a good combo right there. It's not gonna tell you it's a combo, but it is a 5-hit combo. But it's a good move because you can use it. I've used it consistently when I hit. It is a good combo. Really good to do. And this is just basic stuff I'm telling you, so going into not what I wanted to do. There is like a, damn, it's so hard to do. But she does a slap into a thing. It's really cool. I'll show you if I can do it. God, it's been so... Okay, I need to figure out how to do it without that. There it is. How did I do that? Okay, so it was... Okay, yeah, so if you do that in Soul Charge, you get extra damage. Damn! Damn it! Okay, let's try that again. Butts! That's what it sounds like she's doing. Butts! She likes big butts and she cannot lie? Damn it, how did I do that before? Okay, so I think you have to hit it again after. That's tricky. It's tricky to pull off, but if you can pull it off, it's really good, so... Sometimes it's how it be. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. No! I'm trying so hard! Maybe I could just show it to you. God, such a tricky move to pull off, but if you can pull it off, it's really good. I think it would be soul gauge attacks. Is it this one? No, that's a resist impact. Soul charge. No. I think it's dumb that they only have specific moves in training mode. I really think they need to stop doing that. That's a good combo, but it's really freaking hard to do. That's not what I was trying to do. I just say while still charged. Might be that one? No, it's not that one. It might be this one. Nope, that's not it. While soul charge. Is it this one? Oh, no, it's not. Dawn Blossom. It's BK. It's a BK while you're soul charged. I think it's this one. No, that is part of it, but that's not it. Ethereal, Cerulean Water, Serpent Slayer. They don't have it. That's really weird. While Soul Charge, AB. Back, BK hit. But you can do it, it's just a pain in the ass. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna do it, guys, okay? We're not leaving until I show you. I'm not determined. So I did. Oh, is it hold? Oh, you hold it, so it's BK hold. Okay, BK hold BK. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it. I should just do unlimited. Ah! Alright, I'm just gonna go unlimited. I can't. Soul gauge. Always max. There we go.
Face your pain.
We'll do it again. It's a really cool move. If I could just do it! Do it, Setsuka! Do it! Bitch! Come on! Do it! Ah! Stop!
Face your pain. Face your pain.
God, dude, it's so hard! Oh, it's such a hard move. It's BK. Forward. I wish they just had it in the move list. Man, I don't know why they don't have it in the move list. That's so stupid. They should have it. Is this it? Yeah, but that's how you do it, but it's in, you can do that in Soul Charge. Where the freak is it? It's really freaking cool. It's basically that, but you get to do the freaking blades. I just can't remember how to freaking do it. That's the problem. I can't remember how to do it. I know the button input. Is it this one? Nope. Nope. Where the freak is it? God, it's pissing me off. It should have it. Lethal hit attacks. These are all... Is it this? Oh, this is it, I think. Nope, just kidding. That's not it. There is a... Oh my god, dude. That's a good move. Close range hit. Yeah, you should... I don't know why it's not showing that, that while Soul Charge. You can do it. Unless they got rid of it. They might have gotten rid of it. If they did, that's stupid, because that was a good move. They need to make that a little easier to do. That's retarded. No, I don't want you to do that! They must have gotten rid of it. Sorry guys, I thought I could show it to you, but it's not working. It was such a good move too. Maybe you have to have a certain amount of your stupid things. It might be that. I think you have to have like a full meter to do it or something like that. So we'll just have Xianghua do stupid things. I think you have to get it by doing guard impacts. Yeah. I'm no fool. Oh. Okay, now I think I can do it. I could be wrong, though. I mean, it's been a very long time. Okay, let's try it now. Now will it work? It doesn't look like it works. They must have taken it out because it used to be a move you could do while you were in Soul Charge. Oh, there it is! I did it! That! Such a cool move! See, that's without it. I did it! I did it! I figured it out, guys. We did it together. That's really cool. But yeah, that's basically Setsuga in a nutshell. Damn, it took me forever to do that. But, if you like that kind of gameplay, that kind of style, if you're all into counterplay, Setsuga doesn't really feel restrictive. It just felt damn restrictive because for some stupid reason they don't have it in the move list. It's probably just because they want you to know the basics. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, every other one I don't really play a whole lot of, so I can't really give you pointers on those. Geralt is awesome, but he's really, really tricky. Because a lot of his combos, I mean, I'll just play him even though I don't know how to play him. A lot of his combos revolve around his signs. So he's got like Erd and Quen. So yeah, he's got like that one. But he is a cool character. I think they did a good job. They did a good job to make Geralt the way he is. So they have like Erd, right? That, it's just up. And then that. Forward. But he's got a lot of cool combos. I mean, I could probably just show you his combos. Cleaving, Pirouette, double cross, combo. That's a cool combo. I think what would have been cooler with Geralt is since he's a Witcher, right? He like hunts monsters. But they've already done a lot of perception, but I think what would have been cool is like clues. He gets clues, right? And he's like, oh, these people aren't normal, right? Because the whole story is that Geralt enters a portal from his world into the future. This is like 200 years in the future in an alternate universe, but it's still like the world, right? So he meets all these people 200 years in the future, because Soul Calibur takes place in like the 1400s, where Witcher Geralt is in the 1200s. So he ends up meeting all these people, and he could easily do the whole clues of Nightmare, because Nightmare would be considered a monster in Geralt's brain, you know, like not human. He's got this weird ass claw. He doesn't know what the hell it is. So you could totally have leaned into a as you're doing moves and as you're using your spells. I would make it based off of your spells, right? He would have been definitely a noob character, but would have been really cool with Geralt's style is if he uses Erd, or like his fire, right? He gets stacks based off of that, and then he unlocks a moveset for that thing. Because in the game, you kind of do that. You build Geralt to counter werewolves or vampires, right? So it would have been kind of cool to see that, but with spells. Like, oh, okay, I need to be tankier to deal with this really freaking fast person. Oh, and I need to be able to counter a lot faster because, you know, I just think that would have been really cool. But I think it's cool they put the signs in, you know, you have Quen and Erd and, you know, and you actually do get hyper armor with Geralt's thing. So just, it would have been cool if you could have kind of like delved into that school of spell based off of how you play. That would have been really neat. But that also would be the caveat, the takeaway is, oh, if you go into tankiness, now you're defensive and you don't have a ton of offensive options, but you have GIs and grapples and count. I just think that would have been really cool, you know, like. But it's still good. I'm not saying Geralt sucks. He's still really good. He's still an awesome character and a great addition to Soul Calibur as a guest character. Really good. I really liked Geralt. I personally am just the guy. I didn't buy Homuru for this one, but on the PlayStation I got Homuru. Why is my freaking body green? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I didn't really care for Homuru or Huang, so I didn't buy them. I got every other character though. Huang's okay, he's pretty cool. Homuru is not bad either. But yeah, I mean, that's basically the basics if you're wanting to play a character or learn Soul Cal. I really think it'd be just fun to get a community going, you know? Like, you guys are ever wanting to learn or wanting to play, you know, we can always go into, I don't know if you have PC, I have it on PC. Well, I have it on PC and PlayStation. So again, if you guys got a PlayStation, hit me up. We can always play. I don't mind. You know, totally fine with that. But I just wanted to kind of show you the different things of Soul Cal and why I think it's a really unique fighter, because you can do combos, but it's not just about the combos. And yeah, it's not perfect, and there are better fighters out there for sure. I still think Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising does the fighting formula really well. You have a ton of different options, but this game came out, I'm pretty sure, way before that. But for what this game was and is, and the budget it received, it's a really good game, and I would highly, if you're just new to fighting games in general, this is a great game to pick up and play and just have some fun. You know, you don't need to try too hard to learn the combos. They're all pretty relatively simple. Some of the only ones, like Setsuka's combo, is just a really heavy based, situational based combo, but if you can pull it off, it's really satisfying. And most of the times the combos are like 4 or 5 hit combos. So basically combos in this game are more meant as a punisher, you know, like, oh, you messed up, I'm gonna beat him, grab, throw, and then the situation resets where both players are at a neutral 0, which I really like. I think that's really good. Even if you don't know combos, if you know when to dodge, when to attack, when to GI, just the basics, you can defeat people who know combos. And I think just as a fighting game community, I think we put way too much emphasis on combos. Like, oh, well, I learned all the combos, so I should be able to win all the time. And it's like, well, if you want a fighting game to be approachable, that's fine. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing if you like that. Go play a game that focuses on that, you know, but if you're going to play a fighting game that you want a lot of people to easily get into, the mechanics kind of have to be more balanced towards, yeah, it's fine, do the combo, but you can't do like a 15-hit combo, you know? A perfect game that's really heavily focused on combos is like Mortal Kombat or Fatal Fury. Those games heavily focus on combos, and that's fine. You know, I'm going to turn the music down because I want to talk. That's fine. I'm just saying, if you are playing a fighting game to look flashy, know all the combos, beat the crap out of people, this is not the game for you. This game, it heavily incentivizes people to know the basics. Then you learn the combos and all the fancy stuff. But if you know the basics, if you know when to use your 8-way runs, when to GI, when to use your break attacks, when, you will win. You will do really well. If you do not learn that, you're going to have a hard time playing this game. This is not like Tekken, I'm sorry. Tekken is well, I've only played Tag Tournament and the older Tekken, so I don't know about Tekken whatever they're on. But the unfortunate reality is that's just what most people want to play because Tekken has a lot of combos, there's a lot of ways to do things, and it's not 8-way run linear based. I compare Tekken to Dead or Alive. To me, they're very similar based franchises. They have the same combat-esque. One's just more fan servicey than the other. But yeah, if you want a game that's really quick to pick up, it's easy to play, and it's not overly complex, I think SoulCal's a good one. Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising is a good one. Street Fighter 6 is another good one. Same with Fatal Fury. Fatal Fury is a really cool take. It does kind of take a lot of inspiration from Street Fighter 6 in terms of its mechanics, but I really like the creativity of the characters. I like the combos of the characters. There are certain characters that I don't really get, and I'm talking about Fatal Fury here. I kind of go, well, why would I play this character when that character could do this better? But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys just kind of like the basis of Soul Calibur 6 and like if it's the kind of fighter you're looking for, because I think the 8-way run system in Soul Calibur 6 is what really makes it stand out from other fighters, So, yeah, that's just my thoughts. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye!